All right. Our mission statement is we empower teachers to discover, develop, and utilize their superpowers to transform student lives. Let's go, y'all. Let me hit the bell. Let's get it. Look, y'all, I am over here like straight up. Where am I? Let me bring my face up. I'm over here grinding, working, doing stuff because I studied earlier today. Usually I study later in the day, but I studied real early today, so it wasn't even on my mind. So I'm literally over here like, okay. My alarm went off at 7:55. I'm like, okay, still doing my thing. Then I was like, it seems a little late. I looked up, it was 8 o'clock. I hadn't logged into nothing. I was like, Lord, help me. All right, so I am here. What's going on, y'all? What's up, good people? My apologies. I was tardy to the party. What's up? Jerry is in the building. What's going on, y'all? Hey. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's get this party started. So let me add in. There we go. Now, let's not forget to repost and tag a teacher. Do not forget to repost, tag a teacher. And if you don't want to put it on your page, not a problem. Inbox it to them just so they know what's going on. And there's some opportunities for professional development that is free. All right, let's go. Tonight is kind of interesting. It was different for me. I learned something actually. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page, please. My YouTube channel. I keep saying page. My YouTube channel where you could be on the replay squad. If you miss one, you can go back and watch it. Real easy. And we're going to begin to take them down and put them in a portal so you can begin to see them in a portal if you like. All right, let's go. But not soon. Not soon. That's later. All right. So last night we said, does homework cause students to resent and sabotage their love of learning? We talked about that. It was a good conversation last night. It was a really good conversation. So if you missed that, go to my YouTube channel, VaLarie Humphrey, and you can put in VaLarie Humphrey, it'll pop up. Extreme Teachers, either way, it'll pop up. All right, let's go. Let me change that to that. All right, bet. That looks a little better. All right, let me go back to comments so I can see what y'all talking about. Got it. All right, so let's go for tonight. So wall of change. This was pretty interesting. I enjoyed this. All right, let's go. So the wall of change. The wall could be filled with thoughts, poetry, song lyrics, and images that share our celebrations, challenges, strengths, and hopes for the past year and our transitions into summer and a new year. So this was pretty cool. A good way to end your year, but acknowledge what you've been through. Let's not act like the pandemic didn't happen. Let's not act like, oh, we good. No. Acknowledge it, learn from it, bring it up. So let's go. So you can post questions to prime students as you bring closure to the tumultuous, year of teaching and learning. So acknowledge it, but don't sit and gripe about it. Don't bitch and moan, but bring it up. This wasn't easy, y'all, but we got through it and we're getting through it because guess what? We got less than 50 days left, I'm sure. So here's a question. So we're just going to go through things that can go on your wall. All right, wall of change, not wall of fame. So, and they can answer. So they can write it. You can have different shapes and stuff like that. And they can just write it and put it up. So they're venting and we're not acting like it didn't happen. So what did you learn about yourself this past year? You could start it out with something positive like, or I like being around people and I didn't realize how much I miss being around people. I would miss. Or you can add something like what I learned about myself, that when thrust into something new, I can handle it, even when I didn't know I could handle it. So put it on the wall. Let's go. What people or experiences did you miss the most when you were isolated? Talk about it. Why not? Talk about it. Connect with your students. Connect with your students. The wall of change. The wall of change. I love it. Loving it. Here's another question. What were the best parts of learning from home? Being in my pajama pants, staying in my leggings, not having to wear shoes, worrying about the top half of my body. Yes, all of that. All of that. All right, let's go. What else can go on your wall of change? What were the hardest experiences? Like, let them talk about it, but don't let them gripe about it. Like, yes, that was hard for me too. Then the kids and look, you could add something every day to the wall of change. And then they could write it out on different shapes, different whatever, put it on the wall of change every year because we're changing and evolution is evolution. We're growing, evolving, right? So get it out. No one's saying it wasn't hard, it wasn't an adjustment, but talk about it and be honest about it. Let's go. Who did you trust this year? What has felt safe to you? That's different, y'all. Because it was one of those, you can't look at somebody and be like, they don't have COVID. You couldn't. So get your kids to talk about that because they went through something. Not just the teachers went through it, the kids went through it too. The kids was like, oh, this is crazy. I gotta do, wait, what? I gotta do all of my learning remotely. And if you have a kid that is they're an extrovert and they need that people interaction. How did you deal with that? All that kind of stuff. Let them talk about it. You could take 10 minutes up on the beginning of your class period, but let them get it out. You know how something happens, someone dies and they bring flowers and they do all of that. Do that. Allow them to have the wall of change. Things change and we're changing too. What has felt unsafe? Now that what has felt unsafe, I'll put it there with that one, but I wanted to separate it because here's the deal. Let them talk about, like, it felt going to Walmart felt unsafe. I felt unsafe coming back to school. And then it gives you a mindset of what they're feeling like in this process. What's happening right now with them? How are they doing? Like, you get a chance to talk to them. So let's do it. All right. What has been painful? We rarely ask these kind of questions, but if we allow our kids to vent and talk for a moment, we wait until something traumatic happens, a student dies or whatever, but ask them. And then they have to do the survey that said, do you feel safe? How about you ask them when it's not always attached to something? All right. What has made you happy? We're shifting gears. What has made you happy? Being back in school, being around my friends, being able to see my cousins, being able to travel. So I'm excited because I get to travel this weekend. So, and I am traveling like it's back, it's coming back, it's kicking back up. So I'm excited about that. What do you hope for this summer? Yeah, tell them to make summer plans, not just to sleep. Because guess what? When adulting starts, there's no more. I get to sleep during the summer. Even when you're a teacher, you don't even sleep during the summer. When I was a young teacher, honestly, y'all, I would go get me a job at Walmart just to get the discount. So I would just work as minimal hours as possible and I would go get a job at Walmart. I promise you. Yes, yes. Hey, Vanessa, what's going on, twin? Is that twin? Hey, what's up, baby? What's up? All right, let's go. What's our next question? So, if you could choose a book, a movie, or a song that most resembles your life right now, what would it be? What would that be? That would be so fun, right? So let me tell y'all what I watched. So we had a staff meeting, right? And at the staff meeting, the CFO did a presentation on blockbusters. And she was talking about, you got to watch the documentary that's on Netflix about blockbusters. It is fire. There's one blockbusters left open. One blockbusters left open, right? So it was just way cool. And everybody thought blockbusters went out of business because of Netflix, but that wasn't why. It was crazy why they went out of business. But I'm not going to give it away. But here's the deal. You allow, and then guess what? They get a movie watch list for the summer. Or a playlist. So you create your class playlist. So you do different things like that, but you got to come outside of the box. Stop trying to be in the box, like be normal. Like, when's the last time you gave your kids something that was cool to do over the summer and not just read this book, read this. Let's do some fun stuff. All right, let's go. Teachers can incorporate a few rituals at the beginning of the day or class period to help students prepare for the day ahead and the days ahead. You have to think about that because here's the deal. We're so big. We think about our lesson plans. We don't think about the plans for the students. So make sure your kids know what's happening tomorrow. Some kids have anxiety about tomorrow. That tripped me out because I'm not that type of I'm not cut like that. So I don't worry about tomorrow's tomorrow. When I got older, I was like, tomorrow take care of itself. But when I was younger, the world crashed every day in middle school. I remember I was at Roosevelt Junior High in Bellwood, Illinois, y'all, right outside Chicago. And I was in my cheerleading uniform, and I've always been plus size. So I'm in my cheerleading uniform in the cafeteria with my lunch tray. And somehow my feet got twisted. I fell in the front of the cafeteria. My tray slid. And all I could think was, why do I feel so much air on my behind? My skirt was up. I didn't want to go back to school. I wanted to drop out. I wanted to drop out because I was just horrified. And I thought the world was just going to stop moving. But telling a kid it's going to be all right does not help. Help them process. Help them process through it. And sometimes we blow it off because we're not cut like that where we worry about those things. So let's just make sure we're taking into consideration how our students feel. All right. So I'm not going to tarry long. I see it's a couple of statements in the comment lounge. I love Janine. Janine says, yes, definitely going to watch the replay again. Yes, this is cool. This is some great information right here. Great information. Oh, hey, Stephen, what's up? Hey. T, Sherry brother, right? Don't give me, look, I start thinking it'll be coming back to me. Here we go. All right. Yeah, that's twin. There you go. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. I love it. All right, y'all. Y'all know I'm not going to tarry. I don't tarry. That's it. That's all. Says the clock on the wall. Go be amazing on purpose. Let's get it. Let's get that last slide in here. Let's not forget the mission statement for Extreme Teachers. We empower teachers to discover, develop, and utilize their superpowers to transform student lives. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. Says the clock on the wall. Go be amazing on purpose. Let's get it, y'all. There it is. Get that bell ringing.